The Turtle Manual is the first and only brand in Italy born with one purpose: to solve the problem of premature ejaculation. The thing we're most proud of is that we're the only sex experts that actually put ourselves out there, as you can see from our Instagram lives. If you're here, it's obviously because you're interested in overcoming premature ejaculation once and for all. This is a problem experienced by more than 30% of Americans. But why should this problem be solved immediately? Because by not solving it, you'll last a couple of minutes in bed. You will never be able to fully satisfy your partner and feel proud of your performance. Nowadays, a man who lasts short in our society is laughed at, and it's a big turnoff for the opposite sex. Even for women, this is a problem. In fact, they will always go to the man who has a better sex performance. Duration is crucial. Indeed, the rule of the longer you last, the more you receive from her applies. By lasting longer, not only you'll have the full respect of the woman, but you'll also have more fun. Here's a few chats with some of our customers after they purchased and tried our products. These are just a few of the thousands of students that we have, such as Giorgio, Mattia, Antonio, and many others that you will find on our site right below this video. They went from lasting 1, 2, 5 minutes to lasting 15, 20, 30 minutes. They have had massive success with our products, and you can learn as well how to control ejaculation through awareness of the problem. Knowing how your body works and many practical exercises designed by Lucio, an Italian doctor expert in physiotherapy and specialized in rehabilitation of the pelvic floor. A true expert who actually puts himself out there. So as you can see, we're not an improvised solution like those you find on the internet. Thanks to our techniques, you will be able to fulfill your desire to sustain long and worthy sexual relations. This is the dream of many guys like yourself, but as we know, things don't always work out that way. According to PharmaStar, this problem affects between 20 and 30% of the U.S. male population, and it's the biggest sexual dysfunction, affecting 47 million of American males. Now, you might be asking yourself, if there are so many people who suffer from this disorder, how is it possible that if I search on Google, I don't find a valid answer? Very simple. Because apart from the sites that offer the famous 10 tricks to last longer, which we'll avoid commenting on, pharmaceutical companies and many others in the industry prefer to offer the market sensitizing creams, sprays, or drugs to give you minimal results and continue to sell you their products for months and months. I've even heard of people who have bought sprays for years, throwing away so much money to last 20 seconds longer. Absurd! You may be asking yourself, why would you give me the solution? The reason is because I've been there and I know exactly how frustrating it gets. I've experienced this firsthand and I know exactly how frustrating it is to come too soon, leaving your partner unsatisfied. I know about the stony silence afterwards and the embarrassing atmosphere. I also know very well that fake pat on the back that she gives you and those words, "Quiet, love it. It was nice anyways," that she tells you not to hurt you. But do we want to talk about the actual repercussions of premature ejaculation? This serious problem, if not solved, leads you to have low self-esteem and makes you give up on sex for fear of coming immediately. Not to mention that feeling of ejaculating as soon as you start to get aroused or as soon as she even touches you. Unfortunately, as long as you experience this inappropriate feeling of ejaculating 30 seconds into it, you'll always be controlled by your penis and not in control of it. You will always be far from having a satisfactory sexual relationship. But before solving the problem, it's important that you have a 360-degree understanding of the entire topic. The main purpose of sexual intercourse is reproduction, not pleasure. That's why your body will always want you to come fast, because it doesn't understand pleasure. It just wants you to ejaculate and release your seed as soon as possible, perhaps not even 1 minute into it. And as you can imagine, not everything is not under your control. These involuntary mechanisms increase the perception of pleasure because of sensitive nerve endings that are located at the tip of the penis. The function of nerves is to send messages to the brain, and, unfortunately, we cannot intervene on that. And this is due to the fact that when the brain sends back another message, the ejaculation signal, it's already too late. But this is also the phase where you can work on. You can learn how to prevent the activation of the pelvic floor muscles, which are located between the testicles and the anus. If the pelvic floor muscles are not activated, the sperm will not be expelled, and therefore you will not ejaculate quickly. On the flip side, whenever you decide to ejaculate, you activate these muscles consciously. To better understand what I mean, you can put a finger between your testicles and the anus a few moments before you're able to ejaculate. You'll notice the contractions of the pelvic floor that indicate the need to ejaculate. If you learn how to better manage this movement, you will gain complete control over your orgasm. You can finally begin to live your sexual relations with full satisfaction. Obviously, everything you've heard so far is a scientific process that applies to any male, but it is particularly pronounced in people who suffer from premature ejaculation. In a nutshell, whenever the body starts to consume sexual intercourse, it initiates all those processes on autopilot because it has become accustomed to them. And this is due to the fact that our unconscious stores and assimilates certain behaviors. We usually adopt these unconscious habits, although they are harmful for the adolescent stage. The most common being the habit of coming in a hurry for fear of being discovered by someone, usually family members. Another recurring habit is to be so excited to feel the orgasmic feeling that you don't even have proper sex before ejaculating. Who has not experienced that? But by doing so, we are not sabotaging ourselves consciously, but unconsciously. The body is like a vase. It acts according to how we have shaped it, and consequently, if we persist in a certain behavior, the body will accept it as default. What I mean is that when the same action occurs again, the body automatically repeats that behavior without you noticing. This happens because it has memorized it. These behaviors are called motor patterns. To make you understand, whenever you want to ride a bike, you don't learn how to ride a bike all over again. You simply pick your bike up and start riding it automatically. This is because your body has memorized all the movements needed to ride a bike and has stored them in your unconscious mind. If you ejaculate within 2 or 3 minutes, it's because you can't control this impulse, because your body has assimilated that behavior. What I'm going to teach you, as a physical therapist specialized in pelvic floor rehabilitation, is how to reprogram this muscle and how to take complete control over it. No more shame, no more humiliation, no more lack of self-esteem. I bet you can't wait to figure out how to improve this key aspect of your life. What I can tell you is that it's a lot easier than you think. And by turning this situation around, you'll be able to turn your sexual performance around once and for all. You still can't imagine how your life will change when you discover all this. Now it all depends on the choice you make. You have 2 options. Close this video and stay with your problem, or choose to go to the bottom of the site and watch the testimonials of some of our students who went from lasting 1, 2, 5 minutes in bed to lasting 20, 25, 30 minutes. Now you can finally access our manuals. The Turtle Manual will teach you all the tricks and secrets to last long in bed. We are the first in the United States to shed light on the subject by getting guaranteed results. We're waiting for you.